Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about some tips you can use to help your hair recover from heat damage. These are tips that I personally used. These are tips that I still use even though I really don't have any heat damage left. These are just some really great tips to help your hair recover from heat damage. Now, this video is going to be really similar to the video that I put up a little while ago. It was 10 tips for healthy hair growth and heat retention. This video will be close to that one, except I'm going to focus on just a few of the tips and steps from that video. If you haven't seen that video, I'll be sure to link it down below for you. So tip number one to help your hair recover from heat damage is, I think, kind of obvious. You should probably get your favorite heat tools and put them away. I personally wrap my tools up just like this and I put them under my bathroom sink. I hid them way in the back and I didn't pull them out for a good year and a half. The only time I pulled them out was to do other people's hair. So the first thing you should do is put your heat tools away. If you still want to use heat tools, just limit the amount of heat, limit the amount of time you use them. And if you do use them, be sure to use a heat protectant. My favorite heat protectant is the TRESemmé Thermal Creations Heat Tamer Leave-In Spray. I've been using this for years. I use it on my own hair. I use it on other people's hair. It's just a really good heat protectant spray. So limit the amount of heat if you can't eliminate the heat, and if you do use heat, use a heat protectant. The next thing you can do to help your hair recover from heat damage is to do protein treatments or like a texture type of treatment. So my favorite protein treatment is the ApHogee 2-step protein treatment. This comes in different sizes. It says that it will stop hair breakage, rebuild hair structure, and it's ideal for processed or natural hair. So like I said, this is the big bottle, but it also comes in maybe like an 8-ounce size bottle, and then it also comes in these little sampler envelopes where it's the 2-step protein treatment on top, and then attached to it is the balancing moisturizer, which is just a conditioner. You want to be sure you follow up your protein treatment with the conditioner because it will not moisturize your hair. It's only going to strengthen your hair. So if your hair is protein sensitive or you just don't want to use protein treatments on your hair, you can also use a texture treatment. The one I like to use is by ApHogee. It's the Curlific texture treatment. This says it improves elasticity and repairs damaged curls, coils, and waves. This treatment I use just like I would if I were going to do like a deep conditioner. I wash my hair, I would do the ApHogee protein treatment, and then I would do the texture treatment, put a shower cap over my hair, and let that sit on my hair for a good 30 minutes or so, and then I'd rinse it out and then follow up with a deep conditioner after that. This Curlific treatment, like it says, it improves elasticity. So when you straighten your hair, you're stretching your strands, and then when you try to go back curly, it may not spring up like you would expect it or want it to. So the Curlific will help your hair bounce back up. It may not happen overnight. You may have to do this more than once. For me, it really helped to bring my curls back as I was transitioning, I guess, from using heat to not using heat. So step 2, definitely do protein treatments to help strengthen your hair. And if you don't want to do protein treatment, at least do a texture treatment, and the Curlific texture treatment is a great option. So tip number 3 to help your hair recover from heat damage is to do deep conditioners. This is probably one of the most important tips I can give you, is to deep condition your hair as often as it needs it. So your hair may only need it once a week. Some people need it twice a week. Some people only need it once a month. But however often your hair needs it, you should do it, because deep conditioning really helps to bring the moisture back to your hair. And curly hair, when it has moisture, what does it want to do? It wants to curl up. So deep condition your hair often. One of my favorite deep conditioners is the DevaCurl Heaven and Hair Intense Moisture Treatment. Now, this DevaCurl Heaven and Hair, it's pretty pricey. You can get it at Ulta, you can get it at Sephora, you can get it at like the professional cosmetology stores like Cosmoprof and places like that. It's pretty pricey for the amount that you're getting, but it is worth every red cent. I promise you, it makes your hair feel so good. I usually will put this all over my hair. I might put some coconut oil over the top of it, and then I'll put a shower cap on my hair and I'll let it sit for at least an hour. Sometimes I'll go overnight. If I have my hooded dryer out, I will just put it on and sit under the dryer for a half hour or so, and then I rinse it out. Another one of my favorite deep conditioners is the Macadamia Natural Oil Deep Repair Mask. This one is pretty comparable to the DevaCurl Heaven and Hair. It is also pretty pricey, but this one is more available to you. It's at Target. I've seen it at drugstores. Of course, I've seen it at Ulta and places like that. This deep conditioner also will leave your hair feeling really nice. It'll help your curls bounce back up. Another affordable option for a deep conditioner is the SheaMoisture Manuka Honey and Mafura Oil Intensive Hydration Hair Mask. This one you can find at Target, Sally's, you can find it in the drugstore, and it's really, really affordable. It leaves your hair feeling really soft and nice and moisturized, and it smells amazing. All three of these deep conditioners smell really good, but more importantly, they all three leave your hair very, very moisturized. Deep conditioning is so important while your hair is recovering from heat damage. Okay, so the fourth tip that I have for you guys is to do braid outs and twist outs and other styles that will help you conceal the fact that you are recovering from heat damage. When I decided to stop using heat and I wasn't ready to do a wash and go yet because I didn't know what to do. I had two different curls going on because I had heat damage at the bottom and my natural curl at the top. I lived in braid outs. My hair was always in a braid out. Also, when you do a braid out and you wear your hair out, you'd never be able to tell that your hair on top is curlier than those heat damaged ends. So do braid outs, do twist outs, you can even do buns all the time if you want. I do all of these things and I have no more heat damage. So do braid outs, twist outs, any kind of protective style to conceal the fact that you have heat damaged ends. So the last tip that I have for you is probably one of the most important when it comes to hair, and it's also one of the hardest, is to be patient with your hair. If your hair is recovering from heat damage, you cannot expect it to just bounce up and give you springy curls overnight. You have to be patient. You've got to be consistent with what you're doing with it. And eventually, if it wants to curl back up, it's gonna curl back up. If it doesn't curl back up, you're gonna have to cut it off. So just be patient with your hair. You do not have to do a big chop. Do these steps. Over time, your curl will hopefully come back, and if it doesn't, trim it off over time. There's no need to do a big chop if it's something you're not ready for. I personally, when I stopped using heat, I had a good 5 or 6 inches of heat damage, and there was no way I was gonna cut it all off. So over time, I trimmed it, but I also did all of these steps, and my hair is almost to tailbone length now. So be patient. It's gonna happen. Your hair is gonna get healthy. You just have to be consistent. Take your time, do these steps, and your hair should recover from heat damage. Okay guys, so that's it. Those are my 5 tips that you can use to help your hair recover from heat damage. Give them a try, and until next time, I'll see you in my next one. Bye!